Hi guys, today I'm talking about 5 things you can do when you've got no time to work on your business. So that might be because you have a full-time job and you're busy trying to get your business off the ground on the side, but you've not got enough time because you work 8 hours a day as it is. Or it might be just because you're so busy in your business that you don't have enough time to spend on your rebrand or looking above your business at changing it strategically. I know what it's like when the day-to-day doing, you're in it, you're in the grind, and you haven't got time to step out of your business and look at things from higher up. Sometimes it feels like such a mammoth job that you don't even know where to begin. Or if you've got a day job, like I mentioned before, you're too tired. You're too tired to do it. Or maybe you're a stay-at-home mum and you're trying to start a business on the side and you're really tired because you've got the children around you all the time. It's really hard to start a business on the side around everything else that's going on in life. So I thought these 5 things would be 5 small things that could just start you off, no matter where you are, and make you look at your business with fresh eyes, taking a little bit of time each day without having to invest too much time, too much energy, and being able to do it around the current situation. So, number 1 would be to create a blog bank, and that is literally a future idea collection for your blog. So you could be thinking all the time, I don't have a blog, or I'm going to have a blog, or I've just started a blog, but start thinking about topics in advance. If you keep thinking about topics regularly, then you'll be able to get a really good bank going for when you are able to find the time to write them. Even if you can just write 1 blog a week on a Sunday, or 1 a month every other Sunday, always be thinking ahead about your topics and keep this little blog bank idea. It can be on the notes on your phone, or it could be in a notebook that you carry around with you. But just always look for inspiration of things you could write about that your ideal customer would be interested in. You can always add little things to the blog bank. It doesn't take 2 minutes to do that. Number 2 would be to work out your one-liner. The power of one line to sum up what you do. It's so strong. It's basically like a modern day elevator pitch where your tagline can say that one thing that sets you apart. It's around 6 words and it's powerful and it's punchy and it's really effective at going straight to the hearts and minds of your customer. But writing a tagline is really hard and it can take a really long time, even for a copywriter. So it's worth thinking, start getting those ideas now. You could take 3 months to work it out. Just every time you think of something that you think you want people to know about you, write it down in one area, like on the notes of your phone or in a notebook, and keep it all in one place. One-liner inspiration or tagline inspiration. And just think, I want them to know this about me. I want them to know that about me. And then start to doodle around that. How can I pull that into one sentence? And keep adding to it. And over a period of time, you can craft a really good tagline. It's when you put pressure on yourself to create a tagline that it's harder. You give yourself 3 hours to create this really important one-liner to sum up everything that you stand for. That's really hard. If you start making notes on it on the side, 5 minutes a day, that one-liner will start to come together organically. Number 3, research. You've always got time to do market research, and that could be talking to people, or it could be actually going out and finding out stuff yourself. So let's say you're starting a jewellery brand, but by day you work in an office. Start thinking about the jewellery that people are wearing in your office. Start asking questions about where people get their jewellery from, what price point their jewellery is, what made them buy that jewellery. You can ask these questions over the coffee machine or over the water cooler. These are really easy, relaxed ways of getting market research. Start looking on Instagram at jewellery. Start following hashtags, finding out what people are engaging with, finding out what people are resonating with. This is things you can spend 5 minutes on or 10 minutes on a day, and this research will all build up to a bigger picture, ready for when you launch your business or ready for when you're creating your rebrand. Number 4, understand your difference. One thing that would make a massive difference to your brand is knowing what makes you different in the first place. So start thinking, what's my difference? It's a really hard question. Where am I different and where am I the same? And start really addressing that and thinking, what is it that stands me apart from Jane down the road who does a similar thing? And start looking at that. This is something that takes a long time to really get your head around. The first 3 or 4 things you think of might not actually make you different at all. You might think, I'm a wedding planner. What makes me different is that my weddings are really elegant. Well, no. Most wedding planners will say their weddings are elegant. That's not what makes you different. So it's spending time on this and making a note, maybe every day, asking that question, what makes me different, and writing your answer what makes me different, write down an answer every single day. Takes 2 minutes of your time, and eventually you'll work it out. That's what makes me different. No one else is doing that. It might be the strangest thing that you find, but it's what makes you different and stands you apart. Or it might be something that it's been under your nose all along. So, one example that I use, I'm working for a mother-daughter team at the moment. That does make them different. In their industry, I don't know anybody else doing it who's a mother and daughter team. It has been under their nose all along. That's their distinct difference. And number 5, seek inspiration in the everyday. Literally look for inspiration everywhere you go, not just in your industry. If you go to a coffee shop, look for inspiration in what they're doing. If you're reading a magazine, look for inspiration. If you're going on a blog, look for inspiration. If you're on the phone to customer services at a really big company, look for inspiration. What can you learn from people outside of your industry? What can you learn, not just from your peers, but from other people, other brands, big brands, small brands, artisan brands, luxury brands. Doesn't matter if you're not luxury. You can learn from what they're doing. Learn from the things that they're doing differently that you're not doing, that you could think, that's an interesting take. I could apply that to my industry. Always approach every day with that, get your inspiration hat on, ready to start looking and being aware of it. Once you become aware of it, you're always aware of it. When you're thinking about buying a red car and suddenly you see red cars everywhere, it's because your mind is just opening up to that possibility. Make sure every morning you open your mind up to inspiration and expect to find something that will inspire you and your business. These 5 things are super simple. You can do them every day, 5 minutes a day, just switching on awareness, thinking whenever you meet someone, what jewelry are they wearing? What inspiration could I be seeking? What can I learn from McDonald's about jewelry marketing? You'd be surprised. Just literally look at adapting different industries to yours and working out what you can learn from it. And if you want more tips on things you can do every day that will make a difference, my new course, Class Copy, is about to launch on the 20th of July. If you're watching this video after the 20th of July, it will run again. It runs every few weeks. So do take a look. It's £30 for 30 days for 30 one-to-one tips like this, which we work on every day. So have a look and see you soon on the next video.